Okay, so you want to unlock your company's AI potential, right? Well, that means you need a team that is not afraid to experiment. But how do you actually build a culture that embraces innovation? And yeah, even the failures that come along with it. Let's dive in and figure it out.
All right, picture this. Your team's big, high-stakes AI project. It just failed. Spectacularly. Everyone's bracing for the fallout. But then, instead of getting criticized, the CEO actually publicly praises them for their effort. I know, it sounds totally backwards, right? But what if that is the real secret to innovation?
I mean, it's a totally fair question. It goes against like decades of Business 101. Why on earth would a leader celebrate a project that just didn't work? A project that failed to deliver?
Simple. Because in the age of AI, if you're not failing, you are just not learning fast enough. See, here's the big mental shift you have to make. AI transformation isn't about one single perfect launch. Nope, it's built on hundreds, maybe thousands of little experiments. In this new world, the real currency isn't immediate success. It's how fast you can learn. And that right there brings us to something we can call the failure paradox. It's this huge conflict between the old way of doing business and the brand new demands of AI innovation.
Okay, look at this. On one side, you've got traditional business, right? The whole system is built to stop errors from happening. Failure is just a waste of money, period. But on the AI side, in this kind of messy, uncertain world, failure is actually an investment. Think of it like this. It's the price you pay for the data that tells you what really works.
So the big question is, how do you actually make this shift happen? Well, it all starts by building a foundation of what's called psychological safety for your team. And let me be clear, this isn't some fluffy, nice-to-have thing. It is an absolute, non-negotiable requirement if you want real innovation.
So what is psychological safety? It's actually pretty simple. It's when your team members truly believe they won't get punished or humiliated for speaking up with new ideas or asking questions or, admitting they made a mistake. If you don't have that, guess what happens? All your best, most innovative ideas, they stay stuck in a notebook. And your biggest problems? They just fester until it's way too late.
Okay, for all the leaders out there, listen up, because this part's for you. This is absolutely key. Your team is always looking to you for cues on how to act. So when you celebrate what was learned from a failed project just as much as you celebrate a successful one, man, that sends a powerful signal. It tells them that trying new things, that experimentation, is the most important work they can possibly do.
And you know what? This whole shift can be as simple as changing one single question. Instead of asking that black or white question, did it work? You start asking, what did we learn? That tiny change completely reframes the entire conversation. It moves it away from judgment and puts it squarely in the world of discovery.
Now, hold on. Psychological safety doesn't mean total chaos, okay? The goal here isn't reckless, crazy risk-taking. Not at all. It's about creating a system for smart, fast, and most importantly, safe experimentation. And to do that, you need guardrails, not gatekeepers.
And the difference between the two is just huge. Gatekeeping is all about bureaucracy. You need 5 signatures to even think about testing this chatbot. It just slows everything to a crawl and kills ideas. But guardrails? They create a safe sandbox to play in. They set clear boundaries, like, hey, test this chatbot, but only with non-sensitive data, and let's cap it at 50 users for now. See? That lets your team move fast and try things without, breaking the whole company.
Here's a really powerful way to think about this. It's a mental model that can help make this shift. I want you to stop thinking about your AI innovation team as a factory and start seeing it as a laboratory.
Think about it. Your factory processes, things like payroll, they have to be perfect, right? 100% accurate every single time. 0 errors allowed. But a laboratory, it works on a totally different principle. Scientists literally expect most of their experiments to fail. For them, failure isn't the end of the road. It's just more data. It's information that helps them form a better hypothesis for the next try. So please, whatever you do, do not run your AI team with factory rules.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually put it into a structured process? Well, a fantastic tool for this is something called the 90-day AI sprint. It gives you a clear rhythm and a sharp focus for all this experimentation.
And the process itself is really straightforward. First, you select. You pick 2 or 3 pilots that are safe to fail. We're not betting the farm here. Then you test. You run them for a set amount of time with really clear goals.
And finally, and this is the most important part, you capture everything you learned. And I mean everything, whether the pilot was a roaring success or a total flop.
Because listen, the real output here isn't some perfect, polished product on the first go. That's not the point. The real goal is to build a company-wide library of insights. Every single sprint, win or lose, teaches you something incredibly valuable about your data quality, about your hidden workflow problems, about what your customers actually want. And all that knowledge, that's what fuels the next, even smarter cycle of experiments.
All right, so what's one concrete thing you can do, like tomorrow, to get started? It's simple. It starts by changing the words you use when you review projects.
Just think about the words we use. A post-mortem. I mean, that literally means an autopsy on a dead body. It sounds so negative, so final, so backward-looking. But if you call it a learning review, boom, you've just reframed the entire thing. It's now about forward progress and building knowledge we can all use.
And you can guide that review with 3 incredibly simple questions. Question 1, the hypothesis. What did we think was going to happen? Question 2, the reality. What actually happened? And question 3, the insight. What do we know now that we didn't know last week? This simple structure just completely shifts the focus away from who was right or who was wrong and towards what do we as a company now know. It literally transforms blame into learning.
So I'm going to leave you with this one thought. The next time one of your projects or experiments fails, what's the very first thing you're going to ask? Is it going to be, whose fault is this? Or is it going to be, what did we learn? Honestly, the future of your company's AI innovation really does depend on that answer.